Okay, so here we are at Monaco, one of the toughest tracks that we go to around the calendar. A little bit more of a challenging race with a lot more being put on Saturday than Sunday. Qualifying here is everything, so there's not much overtaking that's going to happen around here, so you need to make sure that you qualify well. Does it just mean there's a little bit more effort put in on a Saturday in terms of setup and your driving during practice? You're focusing a lot more on low fuel runs to make sure that Saturday is better, basically. So it's all about pushing to the limits, and around the street track, the more confidence you have, the better. So the more that you can, during practice, feel confident in the car, the better your weekend's going to be. I wouldn't say Monaco adds pressure. I don't think any track adds more or less pressure. I think as drivers we try to mentally stay in the same position. Once you start adding more pressure to yourself or not, that's when the results start to get worse. So you're in the same headspace. It's just a bit more importance on the Saturday. I am very consistent, so the more consistent you can be, the better, I think. Just again, you're removing variables. My coach and I, we have a very similar routine. Start lower body, work your way up, warm up the neck, and then do some light reaction drills. Obviously around Monaco as well, you try to focus a little bit more on the reaction time, just because things come at you much quicker on a street track. I think in the beginning of my career I used to be superstitious, but as I got older I actually tried to get away from that and remove all of them superstitions, just to make sure that you aren't going into a session thinking you've put your glove on the wrong way around, or that you put your left glove first and now you're panicking about the result. So I got rid of that. Sprint races do matter, so because you only have one session before qualifying, you basically just have to make sure you're up to speed as quickly as possible. So we do that by doing simulator, a bit more intense. So most weekends, race weekends, we will do 1 day of sim for the race coming up. When it's a sprint race, we might move that to a day and a half or 2 days. We have to really go through an extensive test program to make sure that we're not far away on setup during the first session, else the catch-up is very small. Obviously you have to go straight into qualifying, so there's an element of being a bit more prepared. Unwinding after a race can be, it depends. Sometimes we actually fly on the Sunday night, so we don't get much time. We just sleep on the plane. That's kind of what we do. But around Monaco is quite nice. I live about a minute's walk from the paddock. I get to sleep in my own bed and have a bit more time to myself. So generally though, depends what kind of result you had.